Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. I am Adam. We are back, and this is the Weekly United, the week in the world of Manchester United, and we'll be looking back at what has gone down. Obviously, festive fixtures coming thick and fast. Manchester United drawing with Leicester and then leaving it late against Wolverhampton Wanderers with a goal from Marcus Rashford that took a massive deflection off Sice and went in the back of the net with a minute remaining. A huge 3 points for Manchester United, and the games keep coming with Aston Villa on the horizon. And as we record, it is Sir Alex Ferguson Day. So happy Sir Alex Ferguson Day to everybody, and of course happy birthday to Sir Alex Ferguson. What a man, the greatest manager of all time, the man that helped us see some of the greatest things we've ever seen, gave me some of the best memories of my life. We can only thank him for what he'd done for the club. And a little nugget, I once got to meet him. Obviously, I've seen him at loads of different games. Obviously, from afar, in the stands, him in the dugout, and all those kind of things. Hundreds of games. But one time I got to meet him, and I remember shaking his hand and just saying, "Thank you for everything, boss." That's all you could say to him, because the guy has done so much for us, and he's built. Obviously, United have always been a big club, and you look at the Sir Matt Busby days and winning the European Cup, but he took us back to that level and gave us things that we only hope we can see again. And yeah, man, what a man. Happy birthday to Sir Alex Ferguson. And of course, happy birthday to Big Stevie Bruce as well, who managed to help Manchester United a little bit. I'm sure Sir Alex Ferguson would have dropped him a little text and said, "Well done, lad." After he helped Newcastle get a goalless draw with Liverpool, which means if we win our game in hand over Liverpool, we are level on points with them. Not bad at all. So let's get stuck into the Weekly United. First things first, we have to look at Manchester United's Edinson Cavani, who has received a 3-match ban and £100,000 fine for a social media post that he made. Now, we all know what was in that social media post. His friend had congratulated him after one of his goals for Manchester United, and he replied with a word that isn't culturally acceptable here. It's deemed that it's culturally acceptable where he's from. And in the context that he was using it, it was no malicious intent. There was no racist intent. Now, I'm not black. I'm from not from Latin America. I don't know the intricacies of the language. I don't know whether, Uruguayan black people that are Uruguayan are offended by the use of the word. I can't comment on that because I don't know. All I can comment on is the fact that it was clear that the context that he used it in wasn't deemed to be derogatory. But we know that the FA have these rules. They obviously suspended Bernardo Silva for a joke that he made with his teammate Mendy, I think it was at the time. He got a 1-game ban for that, but the rules after that changed and it became a 3-match ban. Now, Edinson Cavani will miss that game against Aston Villa, and he'll also miss the cup games against Manchester City and against Watford in the FA Cup, which is disappointing for Man United. But I suppose in one sense he doesn't miss many league games. He only misses 1 league game, and the league games are, for me, the most important this season. I know Liverpool are massive favourites for the title, and it's a little bit of a dream, but we have to try our best and we have to try and win as many games as possible. So I think in that aspect it's not that bad, but it would have been great to have him for the cup game against City, and of course against Watford. It gives you the ability to rotate around a little bit more, and I think it's just disappointing that something that to him would have been innocuous has led to him missing 3 games for Manchester United. Before that Liverpool game on the 17th of January, which he'll be available for, Manchester United will have their game in hand against Burnley on January the 12th. So 5 days before that game, and I think 3 days after the cup game. So games again coming thick and fast, but we'll have our game in hand played around then. Now, if we can beat Aston Villa, level on points, Liverpool have Southampton. Who knows what can happen there. They would have played a game more than us, potentially going into the game at Anfield a point or 3 points ahead of us. If we win our game against Villa, you play your game in hand, you potentially level up, go to Anfield. We could put some pressure on, and who knows, again, what could happen. But we need to win our games, our home games as well. And starting with Aston Villa, which is a difficult game, I'm scared for that one now. Now, we are heading into transfer window season, aren't we? With the new year approaching, the transfer window will arrive as well on January the 1st. And a man that has been linked with many transfers away from Manchester United has been Jesse Lingard, and he's had the 1 year option of an extension on his contract triggered by Manchester United. Now, whether that means he stays to fulfill that contract at 28 years old, his contract expires in 2022, be around 30 at that time. Will he get a new contract at Man United? He hasn't been involved much for United this season. Will he look for a transfer away? Who knows what's going to happen with him? But I suppose that gives United some protection in that they have got, you know, a little bit of room for manoeuvre on his contract, and they therefore can demand a little bit more of a transfer fee as well. Now, you know, I know, you know, a lot of United fans will think, well, he's not worth that much anyway. But actually, there are clubs that would look at Jesse Lingard as a valuable player. And if we've got a little bit longer on his contract, that means we can get a little bit more money out of it. So whether he stays or not, and I like Jesse Lingard, I think he's a good lad, but it's not been used, you know what I mean? And you could totally understand if he was looking for a move away and United were looking to move him on. And these things happen. Unfortunately, you know, it became a time for Nicky Butt once upon a time for him to move on and find his feet elsewhere. There's only so long that you can sit around in the squad, and players like Jesse Lingard will want to play for someone, want to play regularly, want to be playing for England. So who knows what's happened, but his contract has been triggered. And talking about the transfer window, we'll be back with regular United dailies as well. Usual time of 10:30 p.m. But when I can't do them on the evening, like when there's a game or when I'm on the kickoff or something like that, then we will do them a little bit earlier on the day. So get ready for that. Make sure you got your notifications on and all that stuff. And if you're not already, subscribe. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had his press conference ahead of the game against Aston Villa, and a great quote come out from it. He said, "We have competition for places, which means you cannot go around and fake your way through being part of this team. You only deserve to be in it if you contribute in the team, that is. And everyone must realise we are privileged to be a part of Manchester United, and you have to enjoy that privilege, but also acknowledge that with it comes great expectation." And you know, there seems to be that competition for places returning in the Manchester United team as well now, which is great. You know, you look at Cavani coming in. Unfortunately, he's got a suspension. Hopefully keep the likes of Martial on their toes. Mason Greenwood still to come back and contribute. Martial still needs to contribute, and you know, he's not had a great start to the season, but you'd expect goals to come from him. I think Rashford's had a great start to the season, but still more to come. Bruno the same. And you got the likes of Donny van der Beek, Paul Pogba to find some, like, we've got a lot of things to be positive about, but we need to keep it going, and we need to keep that competition for places, and the ability to be able to rotate will be massive in this season as well. When you look at the way the fixtures are coming, and you look at the last few games, you know, making 8-9 changes every other game or something like that, it keeps the team fresh. Now, you don't want to see that every game because you want consistency in selection, but when you can make a couple of changes here or there and you're not reducing the quality of your 11, you're in a strong position. And of course, as always on the Weekly United, we'll have a little bit of transfer news as well. And two names that keep popping up. Max Aarons of Norwich has popped up a few times as well, linked with the club, linked with a move to Manchester United, potential backup option for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Championship, Norwich at the moment, obviously they're trying to come back up the first time back in the Championship, but whether that happens or not remains to be seen, and they might look to take the money for someone like Max Aarons, who was linked with a move away in the summer as well. I wouldn't mind that at all. Be a good addition to the squad in my opinion. Moises Caicedo, or Caicedo, I'm not sure if I've said his name right. He's been linked with a move to Manchester United as well. The young Ecuadorian lad, one of the youngest players to play in the South American qualifiers, and of course to play for Ecuador, highly rated box-to-box midfielder. He's been linked with Manchester United as well, and I expect there'll be more rumours linking us with younger players like that. When the Brexit rules come into effect and all that, things are going to change, and United may look to just bring in a few younger players around this time now as well. But yeah, that has been it for the Weekly United. We will of course keep you updated on any transfer news, all the latest with Manchester United. We've got a preview for the Villa game coming up, reaction to the Villa game coming up as well, and loads more to come. So keep it like, comment, share, subscribe. For now, I've been AdamMcKola. I'm out of here.